What's up, everybody? It's that time of the week, and it is time for fight predictions for the weekend. So this weekend we got a pretty good card. Not going to be as popular as last week's, but I mean, any free card's a good card, you would hope. So I don't know. I like the main event. I like a lot of fighters that are on this fight card this weekend. So we'll see what happens. Let's get to it. First up, we have Luis Saldana and Bruno Sosa. Luis Saldana is 15-7. And Bruno Sosa is 10-2. I don't really know either of these fighters. Bruno Sosa sounds familiar, but because I don't really know any of them, I'll just go with the more experienced guy, and I'll say Luis Saldana. Next up, we have Matheus Nicolau. Is that how you say it? Something like that. And David Dorvik. This one I'm going to go with David Dorvik. I've seen him fight quite a bit, actually, so I choose him to win this fight. After that, we have Jennifer Maia and Manon Furiot. I have no idea. Jennifer Maia has a ton more experience, and I've seen her fight a lot more. So I can't believe that they have Furiot. I'm going to call her Furiot. I can't believe that they have Furiot fighting against somebody with as much experience as Jennifer Maia. And maybe she's super up and coming. I don't know. We'll see. But I have Jennifer Maia taking this one, if I'm going to be honest with you. Next up, we have, this will be fun, Aliskab Kizreev. Or I'm just going to say AK. We got AK against Dennis. Jesus. We got AK versus Dennis T. So, AK is 13-0. Dennis T is 10-5 with 1 no contest. So, he technically has a bit more experience, but I don't know. These guys that are undefeated seem to be staying undefeated quite a bit. So, I'm going to go with AK for the win. Going into the final 3 fights of the prelims, we have Chris Gutierrez versus Dana Bachger. How do you say that? Versus Dana Bachger. That's how I'm going to say his name. Dana Bachger. I'm going to go with Chris Gutierrez on this one. So I got Chris Gutierrez for the win. Next up in the co-main event for the prelims, we have Sarah Mcfann versus Carol Rosa. Both these women are actually really good fighters, so this would be a really fun fight, but I'm going to go with Sarah McMahon. And for the headliner of the prelims, we have Neil Magni versus Max Griffin. Both have decent experience, but Neil Magni has a lot more experience, and I just know him more off the top of my head, so I'm going to go with Neil Magni. Going into the first fight on the main card, we have Mark Dawkis against Vyacheslav. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. I'm just going to go with Mark Dawkis for the win, mainly because I got a red pen and he's got a red mohawk. Next up, we have Elir Latifi versus Alexia Olynyk. Elir's got age on his side, while Olynyk has experience on his side. But, it's so hard for me to not go for these older guys, these legends. So I'm going to go with Alexia Olynyk on that. Next up, we have Askar Eskarov. His parents were real creative with that one, huh? Versus Kai Kara France. I'm going to go Kai Kara France on this one. He's been doing well. Askar Eskarov is really good too, but I don't know. Something about Kai Kara France. He's got a lot of hype behind him. I'll stick with him. Going into our final 3 fights of the main event, we have Matt Brown versus Brian Barbarina. Honestly, I'm sure I've seen Brian fight, but like I said, I always going to go with the legends, so I'm going to go with Matt Brown on this one. He said he's got more to offer at his age, and he says he's learning more than ever, so we'll see if he's got what it takes. Next up in the co-main event, we have Joanne Wood versus Alexia Grasso. They're pretty close in experience. Joanne Wood's 15-7, and Alexia Grasso is 13-3, so Wood with a little bit more experience, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Alexia Grasso on this one. And finally, for our main event, we have Curtis Blaydes versus Chris Dawkis. This is a really tough one, especially with heavyweights. Heavyweights can always go either way. Curtis Blaydes was remaining calm in his last fight against Derek Lewis, and he got clipped with an uppercut. So I think Curtis Blaydes is going to keep his distance instead of trying to get in on the clinch and get punches in. I also think Chris Dawkis will do the same. I think they're both going to use their distance to their advantage, which can make for a really boring fight, but it could also make for a really good fight at the same time, because when they go for it, they're going to go for it. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to say Curtis Blaydes, though. I'm going to go Curtis Blaydes on this one. He's going to redeem that loss from Derek Lewis and get the W. All right, guys, that's it for me for today. That's my predictions for the preliminary card and the main card on Saturday's fight night. So if you have ESPN Plus, watch it because it'll be free on ESPN Plus, and I'll be going over the main card on Sunday as well. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video.